What if I asked you, can you imagine the color blue? Because for me, that is exactly how I began a hypnotic induction once upon a time, as I sat in front of two of my friends who were also studying hypnosis and deep trance work along with me. And together as we sat there, they had asked me to simply take them on the introduction to a journey. And at that time, I can clearly remember sitting there, having no fixed idea of exactly how even to begin, or where that journey would develop, or even the words to say to begin, just as I am doing now with you. And it's a curious thing to wonder exactly what lies within the deeper parts of your unconscious or subconscious mind and my unconscious or subconscious mind. Because it always surprised me again and again, and even now, as each and every time I choose to connect to that trance state. I do not know consciously exactly where this journey will go or how this journey will develop, or if there is an end state or a now state or a process state. The state of everything can often just relax and start to fade around those peripheral edges as you and I together can start to think lightly or deeply or attentively or even completely consciously ignoring the ideas of words and language and tonality of voice and sound. And maybe there was that particular sound from your day that you can remember now, that tonality of sound that may have relaxed you down a little further. And if you can't quite get a grasp or a feeling or a handle on how that sound that comes back to you now may be even relaxing you deeper down, it's a wonderful thing to know and to realize that you and I can narrow our attention just down now, down and narrow, down even further, to remember back just a very short moment ago when I asked you, can you imagine that color, blue? Can you see what blue means to you in your mind's eye, in that space of imagination. Now, I don't know if you have yet closed your eyes down, or whether you even want to close your eyes down, and if that is exactly how you can find yourself even closer to relaxation and comfort. Because I do know that some people enjoy having their eyes left open during this kind of trance work. And if that is you, or if that is your choice, as you continue to imagine that blueness, that blue, either in front of your open eyes or in front of your closed eyes now, it really does not matter. Either way, to the state of good hypnosis or hypnotic trance, from time to time, or this coming, developing journey time, open and closed like doorways, opening and closing. And I don't know exactly how many doorways you have entered and passed through in your lifetime to this point. I don't know the exact number of doorways that you must have transpired, moved through. And isn't it funny to think that there must be a number? There must be a finite number of those doorway arches or door frames that each of us move through in a lifetime. More than one. Less than 1 million. It's very hard to get a grasp exactly on what that figure could be. 543,000 perhaps, or higher, or lower. Doorways taking us from one space to another space, from one dimension to another set of dimensions. And I do know that in good hypnosis, the way I was taught hypnosis and trance, is that once you are able to focus your attention and bring yourself back to that blue color, perhaps now in the form of a blue object, I do know that you can also develop your trance further by giving yourself the suggestion to simply go deeper now. And sometimes it's really as simple as that, to make a conscious, controlled, deliberate decision now to just go deeper down. exactly too. It's a funny thing to realize with your open or closed eyes that exactly where you are deepening down to is completely and utterly up to you now. Because how long could you take your hands together and move them apart with an imaginary piece of thread or string? Is there a natural moment where you will have made some deeper decision for your hands to stop? And have you made a deeper decision that this thread or string, as imaginary as it can be, is now exactly the very most right length that some deeper part of you has only just now decided upon, and isn't it pleasant just simply ponder that idea that your own imagination can tap into and so completely connect with deeper parts of you that you may have not previously even consciously realized are so powerfully connected to your everyday decision making, just as you walk through that first doorway of the day. How much of you is consciously regarding the decisions to move forward and go deeper down now, perhaps through a second or third or fourth doorway. Many doorways. And as you bring your focus back to that string or thread before you, I wonder if your hands have been up performing almost as if by themselves that process of feeling that string in front of you, as imaginary as you may consciously believe. And yet I don't know, but perhaps those deeper parts of you do know exactly how to imagine that string or thread, and when exactly just relax your hands down completely, as such a thread might be so light that it just floats gently down, almost hovering in that air before you, floating down, maybe onto your lap, maybe onto your chest, maybe onto your stomach. It really doesn't matter exactly where, but how wonderful to think about that thread, a gossamer thread, the thinnest of thin threads, gently floating down through that spaciousness of air in front of you, just down, 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 until it just gently comes to rest somewhere upon your body. And as it does, you can continue giving yourself the suggestion to go even deeper down, deeper, deeper, down, down, and even further down into relaxation and comfort. And really, this is the key ingredient of a successful hypnotic induction, which can be said to represent a narrowed state of focus and a controlled sense of internally guided relaxation. And how many doorways have passed since you last even contemplated what a doorway might look like in your mind's eye, and how many other colours have swirled about in your deeper unconscious, subconscious imagination, as you have chosen or not chosen to remember that blue colour, blueness, because that is exactly how I began that trance induction, as I sat in front of my two friends, and as I watched their eyes shut down, and as I could quite clearly, visibly see their chests beginning to move in a different way, as their breathing became slower and slower, and as their trance response was just flowing down through their entire physical structure. It's quite remarkable to sit in front of someone and simply observe all of those hypnotic responses that become apparent as breathing slows and as muscles go loose and limp and relax. And at that particular time, I simply gave them the suggestion that that blueness, that colour blue, may in fact be represented in the form of a bubble of water, or air within water, or water covering air, the smallest, tiniest bubble that you could visibly picture in minute detail, almost as if you could hold that blue bubble between the very tips of your fingers, and it felt so comforting and relaxing to simply hold that bubble, one tiny solitary bubble of oxygen and hydrogen, of air and water, with the radiant blueness illuminating from this bubble. And how easy would it be for you to go even deeper and deeper, relaxing down as you can imagine taking that bubble, one tiny bubble, and standing before a flowing stream of water, of crystal clear blue water. This flowing stream representing a place of perfect safety for you, because you are comfortably standing on the riverbank of this stream or river, as this water moves and flows, and as you reach out comfortably, calmly, with your left hand or your right hand. It's quite hard to realize exactly which part of you is more relaxed than the other. Is it your right side or your left side? And as you continue reaching with that hand, I wonder when exactly that deeper part of you, that deeper part of your mind, will decide that now is the time to release those fingers and let go of that bubble as it floats down, just like that gossamer thread or string. That bubble floats almost as if in slow motion, as it floats down, 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 even further down, towards that flowing stream or river water. And I'd like you to imagine, really imagine now, with each and every part of your physical being, that when you do see that bubble touch, make contact, and be completely absorbed into that flowing blue water, that each and every muscle and nerve in your body will completely and utterly relax. And as you connect fully and completely to your deeper unconscious or subconscious self, and in a moment, as you continue watching that bubble floating down ever closer to that water, I am simply going to count down from 5 to 1, and when I say the word 1, you can completely and utterly let go as you find yourself deeply, deeply down in the comfort of safe hypnosis. And so 5, observing that blue bubble. 4, deeper, deeper down. 3, even deeper. 2, deeper, deeper down. And on the next number, you will find yourself completely and utterly relaxed. Now 1, relax, relax, relax down now. Deeply, deeply relaxed. So relaxed that perhaps you might even imagine yourself floating along, carried away, drifting and dreaming, almost as if you now have joined that bubble in that water. Or is it some other current, a wind stream, a solar stream, a cosmic stream? I don't know exactly where your mind is taking you now, but I do know that you know exactly where it is that you would like to go to relax even further down and to begin your journey in this time, as you can now symbolically and metaphorically and imaginatively envisage a doorway before you, and how big or small that exact doorway is, only you can know. And as you see the colours of this doorway, perhaps that blueness is also apparent, although perhaps there are many other colours swirling about this special doorway. Because I suggest to you now that this doorway is a very, very special doorway. This doorway is in fact the gateway to the most incredible realm of your deepest imagination and your deepest authentic self. Beyond this doorway is the journey that you have been seeking, or perhaps the journey that you have only just realized is the right one for you right now. Left, right. Can you write what is left? Which is the right way to leave what is left? Some words sometimes carry different meanings, wouldn't you say, with your left mind or your right mind? It can be curious to know and ponder in this state when I remind you of those colours swirling and that bubble back at that stream, how exactly you got to this place now, this place of safety and comfort in this time, with your left and right sides relaxed in their individual ways. Wouldn't you be curious to go through this doorway now? Curious doorway, colours, words, left, right, blue, bubble, journey, stream, current, breathing safely, doorway, doorway. Are you moving towards your door yet? I don't know. Are you before your doorway yet? Have you passed through your doorway yet? Going deeper, deeper, and deeper down. And if you have not yet, it's quite easy to allow yourself to move into the different dimension, the different spatiality just beyond that doorway as it opens out into a vast expanse before you. And I don't know if you can imagine exactly what it may be like to find yourself at the entrance to the entire universe. What could it be like to find yourself on the doorstep, standing or floating or drifting at the very entranceway to the entire expanse of our universe as it opens up before you? And have you yet realized with your real imaginary eyes that doorway with its colors swirling, just fading and drifting away behind you now? Because as you move, or as you are moved through this space, going all the time deeper and deeper down, this can be your journey now, your journey, as if you are floating like that gossamer thread through the entire expanse of the universe. And as you look to your left or you look to your right, can you see the blazing light of those distant stars? Can you feel that subtle pull of each and every planet's gravity, just pulling you towards themselves in slight ways, and it can feel so wonderfully good to be drifting and floating through the entire expanse of this galaxy as you drift and dream and float gently from gravitational pull to gravitational pull, almost like a ball moving through that game of pinball without actually touching any of the sides. And it can feel so wonderfully good to be drifting in this way between these planets, between these stars, as their shining white light passes you from your left and your right. In your peripheral vision, the radiance of those stars moving by you, slowly or quickly, or at whatever speed and rate that is comfortable to you now, as you find yourself moving through this galactic, cosmic journey, this universal journey. Colors and shapes appearing and disappearing, coming into your view, leaving your view. And what sound does the galaxy make? And what sound does this deeper plane of dimension make for you now? How comfortable is it to hear that tonality? And where is the limit of those colors in the distance? And where is the limit of the sheer amount of planets and stars and shining objects in the entire expanse of the galaxy as it moves out further, further, deeper, deeper into the entire expanse of the whole universe? And maybe you have already begun to move in a particular direction, and maybe you have already begun to float towards that planet, or that star, or that system of stars, or that moon, or that sun, or that object out there in the galaxy. And as you continue drifting, floating, dreaming, moving so effortlessly, so easily, so calmly through this galactic experience, this universal experience, this cosmic experience, this astral experience. Isn't it wonderful to know that when you arrive at exactly that point, that deeper part of you has chosen to arrive at now? you can feel so wonderfully good and calm, perhaps the calmest you have ever felt in your life, perhaps the best you have ever felt in your life now, perhaps the most connected you have ever felt in your life right now, in this time without time, in this space without space, in this place with no dimensions, no boundaries, and yet here you are, the very deepest essence of who you are in this place now. And can you imagine becoming right now face to face with this universal truth right now, wherever this journey has led you to, or however you have been called to this destination in this place? Can you imagine what universal truth and purity and honesty and connectedness and revelation and love means to you as you stand face to face with however that is represented for you right now. And as you take the time now to see this universal peace, this universal soul, this universal spirit, this universal love in front of you, you can ask yourself, is there a limit to this love? Is there a limit to this calmness? What possible limit could there be to this spiritual guidance, to this embrace of your entire being, as if the very universe itself wraps its arms around you now, in whatever form you are in this place and this dimension. You find yourself wrapped and loved entirely and completely by this universal spirit in whatever way or form or representation that means to your deepest self. You take this time now for you and you alone to anchor and connect yourself deeply and permanently, forever going forward from this time, from this moment, carrying with you this universal guidance, this galactic love, this astral acceptance, complete and utter acceptance and validation of who you truly are. And doesn't that feel wonderfully good? So calm and relaxed, always moving deeper and deeper into calmness and relaxation. And isn't it wonderful to just think about that blue bubble in this space that may have brought you to this place through all of those doorways? And I don't know, but maybe that blue bubble is once again in either your left hand or your right hand, and as you might choose to bring that hand up in front of your astral being in this place, you can be pleasantly surprised to see that that blue bubble has slightly transformed, slightly grown in size, as if it has captured the very essence of this universal love itself. That slightly swollen blue bubble, filled with that piece of universal love in your hand. And wouldn't it be wonderful to just take that blue bubble now, as you move your hand, as you float within the universe, in this place without a place, and time without a time, as you move that hand filled with universal love slightly further and further and closer towards your chest. All the time that hand is moving towards your heart, and as it comes closer and closer, you can feel that universal love swelling into your heart and transforming whatever your heart may have been prior to this time, in this moment, transforming your heart in each and every way. Because as you allow yourself now to share with your connection to the entire universe, you can know within you, as your hand touches your chest now, that this universal love fills each and every particle of who you are, each and every part of your deeper self, each and every part of your astral form is glowing now with that peace of universal love and spiritual guidance, whatever that means to you, whatever that means to you. And as you relax your left or right hand down once again, you know that each and any time that you may wish to return to this universal space out here amidst the stars, amidst the shining white light of those enormous stars and planets and suns and galactic bodies, you can simply once again take the time to relax and move within yourself deeper down into this state of calming hypnosis, and make the conscious and deliberate decision to take this journey for yourself and continue experiencing your connectedness with the entire universe in whatever way that will best suit for and work for you. And as you continue to relax deeply, deeply, you can take the time to integrate each and every meaning that this experience has allowed you now. Just take the time to ask those deeper parts of yourself to integrate and understand and move forward with all of this new understanding and insight. And when you are ready, you can begin moving backwards now, as you see through the peripheral of your astral vision those planets and stars beginning to move in front of you, beginning to fade and drift away as you're floating backwards, all the time perfectly and completely relaxed as you float backwards, all the way through the entire expanse of the universe, moving backwards, feeling wonderfully good with all of these new insights, all of these new understandings, whatever it is that you may have seen, whatever it is that you may have felt, whatever it is that you may have heard, taking with you all of the positive intentions of these new insights, these wonderfully calming, perfectly revealing insights, taking with you the connectedness to the entire life of the universe around you, moving backwards, until you find yourself once again at that doorway of swirling colours, now. And when you're ready, you can float or step or move back through that doorway, all the time comfortably reassured that you can return to this doorway whenever you choose, if you take the time to relax down deeply, taking the time from time to time. You know that you can return to this place without a place, to once again experience that universal love and connection. And as you move backwards through that doorway, seeing that swirling, multicolored doorway fading in front of you now, all the time feeling wonderfully good in each and every way, you can find yourself once again moving backwards through that stream and current, through, out and up through that bubble, finding yourself standing on the banks of that stream or river, simply enjoying the beauty and calming relaxation of that crystal clear water, that cleansing, healing water, because you are healing now. You have been healed all the way down to your very core truth. You have been healed in that particular way. Relaxing, as the shining white light reflects and refracts from the water. Those small pieces of light playing across your face and across your heart, as each one of them carries with them the shining white light of universal love and healing. And in a moment, I'm going to count upwards from 1 up to 5. And when I reach the count of 5, you can come back to your full conscious waking reality, feeling perfectly good in each and every way, as if you have had the most relaxing, rejuvenating, and reviving nap or sleep you have ever had in your entire life. And so, 1, moving upwards now, 2, feeling perfectly good in each and every way, 3, gradually beginning to stretch and move your body, coming back to your full conscious waking reality, and 4, it's as if your eyes have been bathed in crystal clear, calming spring water, and on the next number I say you can once again open your eyes or come back to your fully present eyes open state, coming back to your full conscious awareness, ready to continue your day or evening as you see fit. And now 5, opening your eyes fully or coming back to full conscious awareness, feeling wonderfully good, perfectly relaxed in each and every way. And thank you once again for experiencing this hypnosis session.